behold, the airport. All right, party peoples of the interwebs, let me just balance this on an Evian bottle on my briefcase. As you can tell, I'm in an airport. Hold on. I'm in an airport getting ready to go to Lugano, Switzerland with Team Rumble for the Plan B Bitcoin conference, where I'm going to host a panel with Chris Pavlovsky, the CEO of Rumble, and I think I'm actually also speaking. So we'll be on the road, and this is going to be an elevator vlog. I'm just, asking the interwebs, what's the most interesting legal story of the day that's flown under the radar? And it gave me a story about a parrot in Brazil that 15 years after a murder of the parrot's owner was saying things like Joao, which was the name of the person who allegedly would confess to the murder, and this parrot, 15 years later on the anniversary of the murder, through repeating names and "don't kill me," apparently, cracked this case. So that was interesting, but not as interesting as Jack Nicklaus winning a $50 million defamation lawsuit against Nicklaus companies. I hadn't heard about this, and I realized now that I've been out of golf for a very long time because I had never heard of this thing called Live Golf or Live Golf, LIV Golf, which is like another league competing with the PGA in Saudi Arabia or out of Saudi Arabia or funded by the Saudis. And it's kind of an amazing story. Jack Nicklaus just had his trial in Florida and was awarded by the jury $50 million for defamation because Nicklaus alleged that Nicklaus companies, imagine he had to sue his own companies who were clearly trying to get him out, I guess, of operations. They were alleging that Nicklaus was contemplating accepting a $750 million deal through Live Golf, funded by the Saudis, basically in desecration of what he started with the PGA. And he sued for defamation. They were also saying that he's losing his mind, he's unfit to, be part of Nicklaus companies. And he sued them for hundreds of millions of dollars of defamation. And the jury came back and said, yeah, this was defamatory. It caused harm, reputational harm, and clearly so. Jack Nicklaus, arguably the best golfer of all time, maybe not arguably, founded the PGA. And what's amazing is, didn't know this, I like the guy more now. He, during trial, proved that he in fact turned down an offer from Live or Live Golf from the Saudis in excess of $100 million. Because he said if the PGA didn't want another league competing with them, he wasn't going to desecrate his brand for any amount of money.
With new at noon, a jury in Florida awarded Jack Nicklaus $50 million in his defamation lawsuit against Nicklaus companies. This is according to a report by ESPN. Nicklaus Companies is not owned by Nicklaus, but instead billionaire Howard Milstein. In the lawsuit, Nicklaus claimed Milstein and other employees suggested he considered a deal worth $750 million to become the face of the Saudi Arabian-financed Live Golf League and told those false claims to media outlets. Nicklaus left the company in 2017 and stepped down from the board in 2022.
And he wasn't going to desecrate the legacy of the PGA that he helped found. And so he, in fact, turned down the offer not once but twice, once verbally, once in writing, in excess of $100 million. Now, I guess at the level of Jack Nicklaus, he's worth more than that, or he's worth so much that what is another $50 million at the age of 78, 79 when this happened? He's 82 now. But he turned it down like a man with principles. And Live Golf has been competing with the PGA since 2021 or 2022, founded in 2021, 2022. The rules are a little different. They've got like a 54-hole tournament with no cutoffs, so you don't get booted if you don't get above the cut on the first 2 days. And there's team play. It sounds exciting. It almost sounds like, what we saw in Happy Gilmore 2.
But we take this to the next. He's gonna fly off.
Very subpar sequel, but not the worst sequel on earth. Not as bad as Dumb and Dumber 2. Such a bad sequel that it made me hate the first a little more in retrospect, or Donnie Darko 2. Oh, that desecrated the legacy of Donnie Darko, a classic of all time.
Welcome to the Live Golf League. 54 players, 13 teams of 4, plus 2 wild cards teed up at every event.
Oh, what a shot!
They'll play 3 rounds with a shotgun start, and players compete both for their team and individually.
Yes!
The league will play on some of golf's best courses in world-class cities across the globe. Individual points are earned each week and add up across the season. John Rahm topped the standings in 2024. Who will claim the title this year?
Bottom line, live golf, live golf, whatever, sounds kind of cool. But Jack Nicklaus turns it down, $100 million. Then his company or principals plant this story in the media that he is contemplating accepting a $750 million deal, selling out to the Saudis to fully desecrate what he started with the PGA. And he got his day in court and he got $50 million in damages because quite clearly that is reputational harm to suggest that the man who basically started the PGA, one of the most reputable players in golf, would contemplate selling out to the Saudis to compete with the PGA against the PGA's will to have a competitive league. So that was an interesting story. We'll probably talk about it on, not this Sunday, because there will be no Sunday show this week because I'll be coming back from Switzerland on Sunday. I've never been to Switzerland. We are landing, I think, in Italy. Going to take a train to Switzerland. Then we get down there, Lugano. I think they had the Olympics there once upon a time. Looks nice, but I don't like traveling. I don't like flying, although it is kind of beautiful. Check that out. That is the Miami International Airport, I think. And you hear the oi, that muzak in the background, but I don't even know why I put the camera back down there. Now you know your vlog. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. Viva Fry on Rumble. Viva Fry on X. VivaBarnesLaw.locals.com for the best above average law community out there. And now you're a little smarter. Parrots can solve crimes, allegedly, and Jack Nicklaus is a man of principle. Now you know your vlog. Peace out.